I need to go. I can't record anymore.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Oh, okay. I see.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Okay.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
I see. Okay. This way.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
A whole new world. Wait, is there anything from here? I don't think there is. Going upwards. Yeah, no, it's linear.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Is this truly back at the thing? That's actually funny. Okay, we're going to the right.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Look at that. That's so funny. Oh, there's a wall there. So apparently,
It's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever.
I want to go this way.
It's impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
well, goodbye, world. What?
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a
No.
world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard.
Okay.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
And I did so kindly. Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here.
Okay, so since we're here, let's do something. We went on the left. We can go, down. Okay, no. Up. Okay, I'm trying to see what we have not done. Okay, so there's only one path this way we haven't
Feeling
done.
a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
So what we'll do here... Wait a second.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
The hell?
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions.
What?
And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week.
Oh!
Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work?
Oh, wait, no,
There
that
was
has
only
nothing
one
to do
way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
What am I supposed to do here? Wait, what?
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
What, Night Shark 115?
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
I'm sorry.
Okay, fine, you're not going to do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you,
this is still
then
part of
why
the
did
other
you come
ending.
here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
Oh,
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
no freaking way. Look at Stan. Oh, that's what his face looks like.
Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right?
Well, I assume that's not.
Stanley, this is important.
That's a. That's actually really. That's really
Without
funny.
you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please.
Okay, so for those of you who are wondering why I like this a lot, because basically what's happening here is, you know how in a lot of like YouTube poops or like other videos like that, they always something weird happens and then they roll the credits and it's all funny and comedic. That's what they're doing here, basically. Like, Stanley's not doing anything.
Do something.
Ah, made in source by Valve.
Anything.
Okay, so it is a
More
source mod.
important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So.
He looks funny.
Are you there? Are you listening to this, Stanley? Are you there? Okay. It's okay. I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do.
I mean,
Take as much time as you need.
that's funny. That's really funny. Okay. Now let's actually go up to
All of
there.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Input received. Huh. That right there, I might have to restart a few times just to see what
Stanley
happens
came
there.
to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
Because that's interesting, actually.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
And
Coming to a
indeed.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yep. Now, okay. As I was prepared to do last time, I'm going to go through here and then back out.
Stepping
And then apparently I go back down. That's what I read anyways, at least. Huh. Interesting. The narration stopped, so I can tell that was intended. And not just a funny glitch. Aha! You see that right there? That's an open door. Loading. Okay, what's going on here? You are now leaving. Escape pod bay? Okay. That's an elevator, isn't it? Ah. I guess we're going up. $757. $758. Doesn't look like there's too many more. $759. Escape pod launch bay. Escape. Aha. Okay. I was gonna say, I see some light ahead. Oh? I guess I escaped. Okay. Launch. Options. Console. I'm trying to figure out how to get the console to come up. But I mean, I guess it doesn't want to do that. Sometimes. One of the things it says sometimes. I don't know if it wants me to type sometimes. Crap. I didn't mean to do that. I hit E. Yeah, I don't know.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay, none of those computers are awaiting input. I don't think...
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly
Just
well.
making sure that
Perhaps
there's
he
no
wanted to
computers
stop
this
by
way.
the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, that's what I was... I do plan on
Standing now
going
in this incredible
back
room,
to
Stanley for the first, but eager to get
the
back to
place.
business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Yeah. I don't think there's any computers that way.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Let's see. I don't know if it says the locations of them. Oh, okay. We're good. Apparently the next one is right here. And then, if I begin the game again, the last one should actually be here. It says Stanley's desk.
How wonderful.
Maybe I have to
Stanley wasn't
actually
alone.
reach
Finally,
an ending. Oh,
this is great, he thought to himself.
434 is not my
This
number.
is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
There we go. One more time, and I think this one's going to be at my Stanley's desk. Ooh, okay, loading. That started something. Buttons. Button. I don't really think that. Yeah, there's nothing from there. Okay. That's really funny, cause like Stanley and his button pressing, he got to heaven and it's just full of buttons. And Stanley just loves his buttons. Okay. Apparently there
All
isn't.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Apparently there's another
Stanley
way
decided
this way.
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I need to. There we go. I'm trying to get back out here again. Because last time I hit no.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map. until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along.
Yeah,
He
buddy.
then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes.
Quite.
So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a
Indeed.
minute just to drink it all in?
And once
Okay,
again-
I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
you,
Well,
buddy.
I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate.
Yep,
I'm
but-
enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
Oh my.
There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly.
Yeah.
What Stanley liked most was buttons.
Yep.
He pushed them like some kind of glutton.
Yep.
He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable.
Oh my. Those
You too
rhymes.
will become quite unbearable.
Those. I assume it's just gonna repeat now, so begin the game again. Let's see, what am I missing? We have. Oh my. Oh. Guys, what would you say if I told you we have found all of the endings that I've heard of? I mean, I can't do the cheat one because for some reason that's not really working for me. But apparently there's one if I try cheating, then it doesn't work. So apparently I'm reading right now about the baby game ending, and what happens is after a few hours in, there's a puppy falling into a pool of piranhas game, which is the same thing, pretty much, and you have to play both simultaneously. Yeah. Yep, there we go. I just checked. I don't think there's any more discovered endings to the game. So, I mean, here's the credits. Again, I don't take any credit to anything in this game. I just take credit for my face and my voice playing it. So, I mean, why don't you just enjoy the credits? And I hope to see you guys all next time. Thanks so much for watching, and always remember, with a name like Bluffers, it has to be good. Goodbye. You know what? Screw that. I know you guys don't want to watch the credits, so Easter egg at the end of this video, I guess. What should I say? What's an interesting piece of information that I can share with you guys? Well, geez, I don't know. animation's going good. I guess that's what I can say. So, hope to see you guys next time. Thanks so much.